what is happening basically is when Mohbad died, his father said he went to the house, he got there late, blah, blah, blah. Karima or whatever your name is, you're a fucking liar. Don't you and all the Olu show fools that all of you are making videos for Instablog, don't come and tell the world. You hear me? Don't fucking tell the world. Why did they hurry and bury Mohbad? Mohbad was a dead body, okay? Nobody likes the smell of a dead body. I've smelled it before, so I know how bad it is. All right. What happened when they took Mohbad to the mortuary in Ikorodu? They wouldn't take his body because they needed a police report. Why didn't that DPO give them a police report for a dead body that was just declared dead by Perez Hospital? Why? Guess what? Wunmi's mother had influence over there. I told you, you just be, cursing, like, God will punish you, blah, blah, blah. You want to mess up the life of a baby, or which baby? Mohbad doesn't own that baby. I beg. All right. On the day that they tell you Mohbad slept with her, this one slept with her, that one slept. Everybody that slept with her, and you want that baby to look like Mohbad. It's not Mohbad's child, I beg. So at the end of the day, how can people be telling her to do DNA and she hasn't gone to do another one? What are the DNA that you went carry to Dubai? Did they not swab somebody's mouth? Did they not do test? Okay, I won't say anything. I've said my own. At the end of the day, the whole point is they now know that they have a roadblock, so they want to shut Kemi Lawyer down. There's nothing can shut me down with. Iyabo was running Gistlover and posting pictures or videos of very dark black man masturbating so that he can keep quiet and not talk. You can't keep us quiet. Iyabo tried me, okay, by saying my son disowned me. Did my son disown me? Really? He didn't. Okay, sit down there. My son and I are laughing at you. Nobody disowns me, nobody owns me. The fact remains that Iyabo is doing tactics to get people not to go to that section, not to follow the case and all that. No, we're not. We're going to expose all of you. Iyabo and Tonto were using their foundations to steal money, really. And I call it stealing because if they born her, let her come and sue me. Come to a U.S. court and come and sue me.
Once again, investigative journalist, pharmacist Kemi Olunloyo has some very strong, powerful, explosive expose, analysis. And we will also be analyzing what he is saying with what we all already know, what we already have on our hands, information that we already have. Mohbad, upcoming Nigerian music artist that suddenly blew, he exploded after his RIP. That is what we are talking about. There are certain individuals or blogs that are pretending to be helpful. They are pretending to seek for justice. But somehow, it seems they are not really seeking for justice. Everyone is into it for their own, for ulterior motives, vested interests. Let's just cut it short. The blog is called Gistlover, and it is alleged that Iyabo, Tonto DK, and some other people, who knows, maybe both of them with someone else, whoever they are behind this blog, somehow the words of Gistlover, the writings of Gistlover, and that of Iyabo and Tonto DK tallies. When you listen and you watch, you realize that they are all facing the same direction, which is not something that is unusual anyway. Now we are beginning to see somehow little bit of Gistlover trying to act like I am not in support of that person or the other, but we know that Gistlover sided with Wunmi, and this is wrong. We are talking about is a serious case, a serious matter here. Why shouldn't everyone involved be interrogated? Well, like I said, she dropped some very strong words, and I want you to listen, and we will be analyzing all that she's saying. She touched on some very important and sensitive issues, and one of them is what happened when Mohbad's father tried to get police report in order to drop Mohbad's corpse in the morgue. But he couldn't get it. At first, he said they had to stay for about 3 hours. They were they were there for 3 hours, and somehow someone came in and this and that happened, and they were unable to get it. So she said that Wunmi's mother, who I don't know if she's a former police officer or still a police officer, but let's just say a police officer, contacted, did some calls, made some move to stop Mohbad's father from getting the required documents, the police report, to do what he needed to do. So it's not as if the man just took the corpse of Mohbad and then the next thing that came to his mind is, let me just drop him under the soil. It was as a result of his inability to do what he needed to do. These are some of the things she pointed to, and I'm kind of trying to relate them to what Mohbad's father said. Now, Wunmi's other sister called Karima, she has come out to also blab and said a lot of things. We did some talk about it. I want you to listen to that video, watch that video. We've done analysis of it on it if you've not listened to it. And now, with more coming from Kemi Oluloyo, come on, she's saying some very strong and powerful things that many people probably are not aware of or they are not looking at. So we need to look at every angle here. Every angle needs to be looked into. We cannot, all angles needs to be looked into. We cannot just take our eyes off one for the other. And we all know how Nigeria works, particularly if you are trying to get truth. And Mohbad's father being a man who is not that rich or famous, is going to be soon is going to be rich, because I'm hearing some people saying words like, why is the man so interested or focused on his son's property and this, that he went to pick his son's clothes to wear. I'm worried about this statement. Like, seriously, do you want him to wear your own son's clothes, or should he be interested in your own son's property? Let us listen to Kemi Oluloyo and we'll talk more.
If you notice the DNA test that they said that it's done, Mohbad is the father, fuck Kemi Oluloyo, people abusing me left, right, and center. Did they not play with all the Twitter influencers to promote that? Iyabo paid them from the Mohbad money. Iyabo and Wunmi paid them. Mba, everybody, OGB, everybody made it viral. I came back because I said I'm going on medical leave. I won't be back to December. They didn't know it was a trick. So the next day I came back and I released a statement. I said there's no DNA done. The only one done is in the UAE. Period. You know. You Olori Buruku Mogba to Basun in the Malian house. We're going on my out there at the end. Go and read my broadcast. Now, of course, you know, for the sympathy part of it, Iyabo and what's the name of that? Tonto, they wanted to do humanitarian with the fake foundation. So what they did was they basically put together a whole, we would pay for the funeral, give him a proper funeral. They went to Ebony to, you know, Ebony was letting them. Okay, I would never, God forbid, Ebony funeral homes, you will never get my business. Like, hopefully I will never bury a child or bury anybody. If I'm burying anybody in that Nigeria now, even my parents, I'm not even coming near Nigeria. But at the end of the day, you will never get my business for anything. And God forbid, I wouldn't have anybody that's going to die that I'll have to bury. But for Ebony to allow them to be videotaping that casket as they're buying it, it was not a influencer content. Iyabo made it that, and Tonto, so that they can look like humanitarians for this poor guy that's, you know, went through this and that. That's when I came in and I said, Iyabo, you shouldn't do that. You wouldn't like somebody doing that for your children. Iyabo got mad because I said your children. Yeah, your children, Iyabo. I said, okay, I apologize to you for using your children. I'm not apologizing for you. I withdrew it right away. Okay? If it was your children, would you like that? Eh? What's to say none of us, any of us can lose our children anytime. Okay? Our children don't belong to us. They belong to God. Anything can happen at any time. Look what happened to 2 p.m. I heard in Ghana. On Friday, 2 p.m. was killed in a car crash. One of the most promising rappers. You know, when I was over there, I met him. And I said, oh, I want to see you at Sarkozy's concert in December. Maybe I'll come and all that. But at the end of the day, Friday, 2 p.m. was killed in a car crash. He didn't even make news in the beginning until the evening he started field training. Young man, 22, 23. Anybody can die at any time. But when it comes to burying your children, okay, don't disrespect somebody else's child who is being buried, who you want to bury. Make it private. Okay, they're saying they're doing it for transparency. Nobody needs your fucking transparency. All right? It's bad enough they had to exhume him. Now listen carefully to this part. If you're a blogger and you want to videotape this part, this is when you need to screen record. All right, this part right here. I do that on Facebook again, but I've closed Facebook as well. Facebook, TikTok. I don't give notices on anything, and I don't say bye-bye. I've been telling you months that I'm retiring. So what is happening basically is when Mohbad died, his father said he went to the house, he got there late, blah, blah, blah. Karima or whatever your name is, you're a fucking liar. Don't, you and all the Olusho fools that all of you are making videos for Instablog, don't come and tell the world. You hear me? Don't fucking tell the world. Why did they hurry and bury Mohbad? Mohbad was a dead body, okay? Nobody likes the smell of a dead body. I've smelled it before, so I know how bad it is. All right, what happened when they took Mohbad to the mortuary in Ikorodu? They wouldn't take his body because they needed a police report. Why didn't that DPO give them a police report for a dead body that was just declared dead by Perez Hospital? Why? Guess what? Wunmi's mother had influence over there. I told you this stuff, but you didn't want to believe because you want to believe what you want to hear. And I'm not going to give you what you want to hear. I'm going to give you what you need to hear. And it's called the truth. You understand me, all of you? Okay. Now, Wunmi's mother is a retired police officer. She used her influence there. Okay? Wunmi's mother, Toba Bie Dada, answer me, pada. Lo she video ko answer me. Show lo ba DPO, abo ni influence pẹ̀lú DPO. Tí ó fún wọn ní police report, dead body. Show ni influence, oni come out from police report. So because oni come out from police report, wọ́n lọ rush bury Mohbad. Ta ló fẹ́ keep dead body in the house? Wọ́n ra casket, wọ́n gbé sínú casket, wọ́n embalm, wọ́n fẹ́ gbé lọ sínú grave. Chairman estate bí wọ́n lè bury ẹ̀. Chairman sọ pé wọ́n lè bury ẹ̀ lóru. Ẹ̀yin wá gbẹ́nu sókè ẹ̀yin ará lè Wunmi, ẹ wá ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ ẹ pé kí ló dé tí bàbá Mohbad ṣe lọ rush bury. Nǹkan tó ṣe lọ rush bury ẹ̀ nìyẹn now because ìyálà ya Wunmi ó jẹ́ kán fún wọn police report. Let me tell you why Wunmi's mother didn't want them to give him the police report. Wunmi's mother didn't want them to give the police report. That way they'll go and bury Mohbad and there won't be an autopsy. They had used Mohbad for experiments. Medications, drugs, everything. Injections and all that. So that was the reason why they did not wait. That's the reason why they rushed the burial. The man had no choice. He had to rush and bury his kid. Because Mohbad's mother-in-law, Wunmi's mother, blocked that part. Wunmi's mother, if I'm lying, Logba lawyer will sue. Serve me, American anymore. Okay? Serve me anywhere. Just here. Go and serve me. If you like, tell them to do anyway. But at the end of the day, my own thing is, you know what's going on. You are the one that stopped them from giving them the police reports. That will let the mortuary take Mohbad's body for at least a few days while they can plan his funeral properly.
Welcome back. You heard what she said. Those are powerful, opinions. And she said she knows certain things, and there are certain things definitely that are her own personal opinion. She has said certain things to Karimot that she has been spending time to blab on social media, and she lacks manners. That's just it. She is so aggressive. She thinks that she can bully Nigerians. She can bully people into submission. She thinks she can speak to people in such a way that people will now begin to shake and say, oh, she lives in the US. Oh, she's saying this and that. All of this is because her sister has been roped into it. DNA is what Nigerians are requesting for. And she said, why are we interested in DNA? How dare we ask for DNA? But they don't mind the money that people donated. How dare people ask for this, say this, that we should focus on the people that took the life of Mohbad. And now she's trying to redirect our attention towards Davido that gave out, in quote, 2 million that turned to 1 million. She's trying to redirect our attention to see, some Obi Kubana chief priest, or what is his name, and some other people. That is what she's trying to tell us to do. She thinks that she can redirect or manipulate, same way Gistlover often does. That is what she thought she could do. And she's doing it with curses, and a lot of things are being said here and there. She's just all over the place. But she did something in all that she has said, apart from laying curses on whoever took the life of Mohbad. She tried to exonerate her own sister, saying, "You did not do nothing, you're a good person, you are this and that, blah, blah, blah." She spoke as if she had some one on one interaction with Mohbad's father, but Mohbad's father has made it clear that I don't know this lady, I have never met her before. Or I only saw her like she was part of the people who came when we were trying to find how to put Popa's body in the morgue and all of that. That is all I know. I don't know this lady. Who is she? But this is the same person coming on social media. Don't forget that there was a time she even blabbed and said that their mom is a bad person. She is a woman that cannot be trusted. She left them when they were young. And then this is why, Wunmi left home at a young age, running up and down, not focused, not ready to achieve anything in her life, this and that. There's nothing she didn't say. So now she is trying to, make it appear like Mohbad's father should be interrogated. Mohbad's father and Obi, is he Kubana chief priest, not Obi Kubana, Kubana chief priest, and Davido and some group of people saying that they met, they had some drinks before he came. She's trying to, drop that hint of probably Mohbad was given certain thing to take, and that's what made his hands to swell. We all know that Mohbad had some injuries in his hands and he had to be treated and all of that. That black pain inside. If of course, autopsy, if the Nigerian police are ready to say the truth about the autopsy and the result and everything, if he had taken something, if he had ingested something, that should be put out there. So Mohbad had reactions that probably due to what he has taken, I don't know, some substance, whatever. He had a bad reaction, and if he had gone to the hospital, a proper hospital with professionals, if he had gone to hospital if he was taken to an hospital, he would not be, probably would have been saved. That's just it. Probably would be alive. Maybe the hospital would have done the right thing. Maybe they would have, administered what they needed to administer when he started reacting. Because from what I heard, the medication that the auxiliary administered are the right medication, but she probably did the IV with a particular medication that slowly caused what happened to Mohbad and many other things that people have said. Now we also heard about Mohbad punching the automobile that they were in with his childhood friend Prime Boy being the cause of the whole thing, or Mohbad just getting angry, bullying his childhood friend because he's richer. I don't know. I don't know much about that. But what I heard from Wunmi is that she went to call the bouncer. She was never there when terrible things were, it's always at the beginning. She is there. But whenever the case is going to be, she's never there. So if she's not there, you cannot hold her. You cannot tell her to come and account for what happened. So when I came, I just realized that Mohbad had some injuries on his hand, which we are not saying no, is not possible. Every of these things are possible. But what we don't want is someone fooling us, someone trying to speak to us as if we are fools. No, we don't want that nonsense. We are smart, we are wise. We just want her to say the truth. If truly you are trying to help your late, in quote, husband to get justice, do it without covering up for other people. If not that you yourself, you have some terrible things. It's true. There's no way Mohbad and Wunmi will be together. They are on the street. They are street boys, street boy and street girl. Somehow, something must have happened in between both of them, here and there. She's trying to cover those things so it won't appear like this is the motive. These are the motives. These are the reasons behind why that and that happened. This is out there. This is out there. Say your own truth and let the law, let investigation be carried. Let the law take its due course. There is something else that Mohbad's father also said, and that Wunmi said to him on that day that he came, that he arrived, that they already did some local embalming on the Mohbad, put a bag of salt on his chest and all of that, that Wunmi told him to go and seek for some spiritual justice for Mohbad, probably because of the lack of trust when meaning and not lack of trust anyway. I mean the lack of belief from Mohbad's father when she was recounting, like when Mohbad's father asked, "What really happened to my son?" Say, hey, go and seek for spiritual justice. I don't know, maybe that is the justice that she sought for by throwing white clothes. Because the man said, I don't even understand why that was done. Why would you throw white clothes in the coffin of my son? Is that what you came for? Is that the justice that you seek for? Like she said, that was for our own protection. I don't know. Maybe she was afraid. Maybe these are the things that our own parents told her, like, wait, you know, these people are from this particular part. They might want to seek for this part, might want to seek for justice spiritually. So let us see what we can do. Maybe that is why. I don't know. Because if that body is kept in the mortuary, maybe then they will be able to seek for the spiritual justice. But because the body could not be kept, because in court, according to Kemi lawyer, maybe she called the police and said, don't accept, don't give him anything, so he can quickly go and bury the boy. And now they are saying that they told him not to bury him. Where is he going to keep it? Why can't Wunmi ask for Mohbad's body to be put in his own mother's house? I don't know what you would do. Are you going to keep a corpse on the street or in your room without the proper environment for it? The man just needed to just put the boy under the soil. And now that everything has come out to light, it seems some people are trying to do some cover up. So guys, I don't know what you think about this one. Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.